Today, I'm going to help you with a simple step-by-step process on how you can start trading trend lines in 30 days. Let's get started. The first and most important step is being open-minded. To even be able to believe that you can be profitable with something as simple as trend lines. So you got to be open-minded. That is step one. And if you're truly serious about making this switch, you have got to forget every strategy that you've learned in the past. You have got to let go of the old habits, the old biases. You've got to follow the rules exactly step by step until you've mastered it. Then when you know the strategy like the back of your hand, then you can slowly start to modify or tweak things to best fit your market or your time frame or your personality. But do not mix any other strategies with this one. Trendline trading will always work best when you do not overcomplicate. I know trading inherently just has this complex economics major, finance degree, background. Truly none of that plays a role. If you can be open-minded, you can go back to the basics and truly take this strategy at face value and know that this is simple, but it's not easy, then you will succeed. One way that I can really sum this up is a story that my uncle told me whenever I first started learning from him. And it was that his most successful students, even before me, knew nothing about trading prior to his teachings or prior to his strategy. They had nothing else to incorporate, no other biases. So they were truly just coming in with no prior knowledge and accepting everything he had to say and working on that strategy. So that was my plan. I also felt like I fit into that criteria. I knew nothing prior to. My vision of stock trading or trading in general is either the Wolf of Wall Street or what my uncle did at the computer. And I figured, okay, well, he's nothing like Wolf of Wall Street. And if I've seen him do this from his office, from his home, from the desk, from his phone, I can do this too. I never had the urge to really try to incorporate anything else. Now, did I try to modify his strategy a little bit too soon? Yes. When I was given the information and I figured, okay, well, I can start to see channels of trend lines. And he always encouraged me to try the new thing, but go figure, later on down the road, I still came back to the basics. I still came back to what I originally learned. But like I said, once you've mastered it, go ahead and experiment, modify, tweak this a little bit to best fit yourself and your personality. Most of the time, you guys are going to come back to the basics. So that is the kind of the story behind step one, is just be open-minded. Allow trading to be more simple than you truly expect it to be. So step two is just learn the strategy. You need to learn the strategy and have a very clear understanding of entry criteria and exit criteria. Trendline trading isn't just about drawing lines. There is a lot more to it, even to just simply something as basic as trend lines. There's so many. You could trade channels, bounces, 2 touchpoint trendline breaks, 3 touchpoint trendline breaks, retests, candle closures. Even within just trend lines, there's still so much more. Then you need to decide and commit to what time frame you'll be trading and what market you'll be trading and what instrument you'll be trading. You need to have this part set in stone. Truly, there has got to be a crystal clear strategy that you abide by. You know exactly entry criteria, you know exactly your exit criteria, you know how to manage a trade. And if you're interested, I have a complete step-by-step pre-recorded course along with a community in my Discord where we offer twice-a-day live streams where you can see this strategy being implemented in real time with real-time markets. But if not, you are more than welcome to browse through my free videos on YouTube where I have built a solid foundation of my strategy. Now let's go on to step 3. Once you have a clear understanding of the strategy, now it's time to get the reps in. So once you've had the personal trainer show you how to work the equipment and how much weight to put on, now it's time for you to do your own thing. Now you just got to get the reps in. Do the sets, do the reps over and over again. Now in step 3, this is not just about getting the reps in. There is a byproduct of simply repetition, of consistency, of getting the reps in. And the byproduct of that is building a relationship with these instruments that you're trading. So you start to understand its movement. You start to recognize its patterns when you get the reps in, when you start to consistently trade the same instrument over time. And this is an amazing byproduct on step 3 of just simply getting the reps in. I have gotten so many reps in when it comes to platinum and crude oil specifically that when I'm presented with a setup, I know when to pass up on a trade very quickly within the first few minutes of looking at the chart after receiving my entry. My personal experience when it comes to a breakout of crude oil, I am hesitant. I am skeptical. I am almost anticipating that crude oil is going to fake me out. I look for so much more confirmation. Whereas in platinum, I am much more inclined to take that initial break as soon as we have broken maybe a 2 touch point or 3 touch point trendline break. And that is only something that I am able to identify because I've gotten the reps in so many times with either one of these instruments. Now, what's incredible is one of my students from my community, his name is MC. I'm not sure, MC, if you care that I'm talking about you today, but you have done an incredible job of sticking to one instrument. So MC also has developed this intuition or this relationship with platinum. He was able to recognize that within 100 ticks or 100 points, that's usually most of the move within his time frame that he's trading or within the session that he's trading. And then Price decides to putter out a little bit and he's done trading for the day. And also he's been able to identify that they also happen most often in the middle of the night, somewhere around that like 2 to 3 a.m. time. So this is something that he's been able to recognize just by simply getting the reps in with platinum. Step 4, which should technically be done simultaneously with step 2, is journaling your trades. So you're getting the reps in, you're taking trades, you're placing trade after trade after trade, and simultaneously you should be collecting this information, journaling your trades, and then being able to get a clear overview of, okay, this is what all these trades have in common. Then from there, you can start to modify and tweak and see, okay, these setups are working for me. These ones aren't. Let's cut out most of these setups that aren't working for me and double down on the ones that are working for me. And what better place than to track your trades than TradeZella? If you're interested in a trading journal, I have a partnership with TradeZella where I offer 10% off of the monthly or 20% off of the yearly. If you enter code Tori10 or Tori20, you'll be able to get those discounts. But journaling your trades is where you're able to start to make those adjustments. Once you truly believe that you have a handle on the strategy, you have developed consistent profitability, and you've convinced yourself that you can do this live, it's time to do it. Make the transition. But when you are truly convinced and you have proven it to yourself that you're ready, then you know it's time. Because get ready, the next hard part, once you do make the transition to finally going live, is no longer mastering the strategy. That you should already absolutely by now have down, like the back of your hand. Now, you've got to start mastering psychology, what it feels like to be in drawdown, what it feels like to watch a trade go up X amount and then start watching it disappear. And this is a whole new set of traits that you're gonna have to work on, or a whole new set of rules that you'll have to start to work on, but this will all come internally. You'll have to be very self-aware, understand these emotions. But as long as you've got all of these previous steps set in place, you're ready to go. And you have officially made it to the last step. That is it. A 6-step process to learning how to trade trend lines in 30 days. The key here is to trust the process, avoid temptation of jumping back and incorporating other strategies and other biases, but you can do it. Switching to trendline trading is possible if you follow these steps. If you are interested in learning this exact strategy that I teach, join my community in Discord, where I've got an incredible community, amazing value. We're doing daily trade ideas. You've got access to me and my coaches in the community. If you need to see any more information, look at the details in the caption below. If this video helped you a lot, drop a comment below. Let me know if this helped you. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so that you guys know every time I post a new video or place a new trade. I would love to see you guys there, and thank you for watching.